Last week, from our top five from the Big Five, Chelsea in the English FA Cup, we did say they were going to score more than one goal against Maccabi, and Chelsea defeated Maccabi by 5 goals to 0, bringing our predictions to life. Atletico Madrid took on Osasuna. Atletico Madrid do not know how to lose at this point in time. We said it was going to be one draw, no bet, one because they're at home, and yes, they defeated Osasuna by 1 goal to 0. Bayern Munich, we did say we're taking on Borussia Mönchengladbach away. We gave Bayern Munich a win or a draw in that encounter simply because they were away and not at the Alliance. And Bayern Munich did come out unscathed. They defeated Gladbach by 1 goal to 0. PSG, we said we're going to defeat Saint Etienne, and PSG did not disappoint. They defeated Saint Etienne by 2 goals to 1. Inter were away to Venezia, and Inter defeated Venezia by 1 goal to 0. I was expecting more goals in that encounter, but yes, we did say Inter was going to defeat Venezia. And on that note, we want to say congratulations to anyone who put a stake on our games. Yes, the games played as we predicted. Congratulations to you guys out there. Congratulations to a very good friend of mine who keeps playing my games. Remember, bet responsibly. Do not put on any game what you cannot afford to lose. And on that note, we say welcome. Yes, welcome is Sport 360. First off, we start with the news of Tyson Fury's retirement from the world of boxing. Yes, boxing is our first port of call on today's episode of Sports 360. Tyson Fury has retired from the world of boxing. The man has a record of 37 fights, 34 wins, and 24 knockouts. Remember, in his career, he had 2 straight losses to Alexander Usyk. Did that play a part in his retirement? Who knows? But then again, the man says he has had enough of the boxing ring and he wants to face other endeavors. We say congratulations to the man and we wish him well, hopefully in his next endeavor. And whatever he decides to put his hands on, we pray that it works out well for him. He has given us loads of shows, yes, some exciting bouts, and want to say thank you to him. And from all of us on Sports 360, man, kudos to whatever you decide to do. We're moving on to basketball, and in the NBA games to be played, some of the NBA games to be played. Boston Celtics will be taking out Atlanta Hawks. Indiana Pacers will be up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston, always remember that they are the defending NBA champions, and I see them getting past Atlanta Hawks. Indiana Pacers, for me, should be too strong for the 76ers. Golden State Warriors will be up against Washington Wizards. We do not know which Golden State team will turn up. If Stephen Curry gets the support he needs, yes, they will be able to get past the Wizards. But if he doesn't, yes, and in most cases of recent, we see that he is not getting as much help as he is expected to have, and they keep dropping, losing games. Minnesota Timberwolves will be up against Cleveland Cavs. Cavs are doing exceptionally well this season. Most likely will be able to defeat Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, yes, will be trying to lead his charges, but I do not believe that the Cavs will give anything away, and I see them defeating the Timberwolves. The Portland Trail Blazers will be up against the Houston Rockets. Miami Heat will be taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs with Victor Wembanyama, Chris Paul. I want to believe that, yes, the Spurs, for me, should be able to defeat the Miami Heat. Orlando Magic will be up against the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets should, for me, be too strong for the Orlando Magic. And we're going straight to the Aussie Opens. Yes, we're not going to be giving you the games because games are being played practically every single minute. But the big news coming out from the Aussie Open is that Novak Djokovic is aiming to be the oldest player to win a Grand Slam. Yes, the man wants to win a Grand Slam at the ripe old age of 37. Yes, Novak has already broken one milestone already. Remember, Roger Federer is the current holder of the most games played in a Grand Slam. He had 439 games, and now Djokovic has surpassed that. He surpassed it when he played Jamie Ferreira in his 430th singles game, and he defeated Ferreira by 6-1, 6-7, 6-3, 6-2 to become the sole owner of the most Grand Slam singles played amongst men and the women's game. We say congratulations to Novak Djokovic. We are hoping he doesn't retire anytime soon because the man keeps giving us some epic encounters, and we'll still look forward to seeing him more on the tennis court. And moving over to football, we're kicking off with the English game. Yes, there were no Premier League games played at the weekend, but FA Cup games were played. We saw Arsenal and Man U play a 1-1 draw. United defeating Arsenal via penalty kicks. The heroics of the Man United goalkeeper was too much for the Arsenal contingent, and they fell to United. Newcastle defeated Bromley 3-0. Newcastle 3-1 rather. Newcastle can't just stop winning. Transport were defeated at home by Spurs 3-0, but that was after extra time. The game ended goalless in 90 minutes before Spurs finally found their goal-scoring form. Man City defeated Salford City by 8-0. 8-0. Yes, you heard that right. 8-0. Norwich City were defeated at home by Brighton 4-0. Bournemouth defeated West Brom 5-1. And in our prediction, we did say Chelsea was going to get more than 1 goal against Maccabi. Chelsea defeated Maccabi by 5-0. Nottingham Forest defeated Luton Town by 2-0. Liverpool defeated Accrington Stanley by 4-0. And there were also midweek games played in the English Premier League due to the fact that they didn't play at the weekend. We saw Brentford play out a 2-2 draw with Manchester City. Chelsea also played out a 2-2 draw with Bournemouth. Nottingham Forest and Liverpool played a 1-1 draw. Arsenal defeated Tottenham Hotspur by 2-1. Newcastle defeated Wolves by 3-0. Alexander Isak cannot stop scoring. Everton with their new manager. Are we going to say new or old manager? Yes, David Moyes has done a 360. He's back at Everton, coming full circle, but he lost to Aston Villa by 1-0. And this weekend, we're going to see Newcastle take on Bournemouth. Yes, Newcastle, for me, should be able to get the result over Bournemouth. Brentford will be up against Liverpool. Brentford, yes, are doing big things, especially when they take on the big boys. Arsenal will be up against Aston Villa. Everton will be at home to Spurs. Man United will be taking on Brighton. Nottingham Forest will be at home to Southampton. Yes, Nottingham Forest, for me, should be able to win that. Ipswich should be at home to Manchester City. In our selected games, lastly, Chelsea will be taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers. And we're jetting off to the Spanish La Liga, where Real Sociedad at the weekend defeated Villarreal 1-0. Atletico Madrid defeated Osasuna by 1-0. Atletico Madrid are on a 14-game winning streak right now. Fantastic one for Diego Simeone and his charges. Yes, Atletico Madrid currently top the Spanish La Liga. Sevilla and Valencia played out a 1-1 draw. In the Spanish Super Cup, we saw Barcelona defeat Real Madrid by 5-2. Yes, Madrid took the early lead through Kylian Mbappe, but they got blown away by Barcelona. I do not think the management of Real Madrid are going to find that funny, and Carlo Ancelotti should be looking over his shoulders because his job for me should be on the line. This weekend, we're going to see Leganés take on Atletico Madrid. I want to believe that Atletico Madrid will be too strong for Leganés. Barca will be too strong for Getafe. Barca will be away to Getafe. Celta Vigo will be taking on Atletico Bilbao. That's another huge clash. And lastly, in our selected fixtures, we have Real Madrid taking on Las Palmas. I want to believe that Real Madrid will be hurting from that defeat to Barcelona, and we want to take revenge on Las Palmas. Let's see what Las Palmas can respond with. And moving over to the French Liga, where Le Havre were defeated at home by Lens 2-1. PSG defeating Saint-Etienne 2-1. We did say PSG was going to defeat Saint-Etienne, and they didn't disappoint. Brest defeated Lyon by 2-1. Rennes at home were defeated by Marseille by 2-1. And Marseille doing big things in the French Liga. This weekend, we're going to see Montpellier at home to Monaco. Lille will be taking on Nice. Lens should be at home to PSG, and I want to believe that PSG should be able to get something out of that game. Lyon will be taking on Toulouse. And finally, in our selected fixtures, Marseille will be up against Strasbourg. For me, Marseille should come out with something from that game. Not disrespecting Strasbourg, but no, Marseille should be too strong at home. And in the Serie A, we saw at the weekend Genoa defeating Parma by 1-0. Yes, Patrick Vieira and his wards at Genoa are really doing fantastically well since he took over. They've only had one defeat so far. Venezia lost to Inter. That was one of our picks for last weekend. We did say Venezia were going to lose to Inter, and yes, they did. Bologna played out a 2-2 draw with Roma. Napoli defeating Hellas Verona by 2-0. Udinese, Atlanta played out a goalless draw. Yes, Atlanta have been suffering since they lost Returgi to injury. Torino and Juventus in the Turin derby played out a 1-1 draw. AC Milan and Cagliari played 1-1. But there were mid-week fixtures as well, and Inter Milan took on Bologna and it ended 2-2. Inter Milan's 6-game winning streak comes to an end. Yes, Bologna stopping that streak from continuing. We all thought Inter were going to get the better of Bologna, but that didn't happen. Como at home, led by Cesc Fabregas, were defeated by AC Milan 2-1. Since Conceição came into the arms of AC Milan, you do not want to take the lead against them. Como took the lead against AC Milan and they were pegged back by Theo Hernandez before Rafael Leao got the winner. Atlanta Juve. Atlanta couldn't find their goal scoring form until they had to bring Returgi from the bench. Yes, he's back from injury and he scored the all-important goal to ensure that Atlanta did not go home empty-handed. Yes, they played out a 1-1 draw with Juventus. This weekend, we're going to see Roma taking on Genoa, two resurgent sides. Let's see how that one pans out. Juve will be taking on Milan. Yes, remember that in the Super Cup, Juventus were defeated by AC Milan 2-1. Conceição's first game. And remember, Conceição's son plays for Juventus. Let's see how this one is going to turn out. Atlanta will be taking on Napoli, another huge game in the Serie A. Inter will be up against Empoli. Inter should be able to take their annoyance out on Empoli. And lastly, we have Verona taking on Lazio. Yes, Lazio are also in fine form, and hopefully we want to believe that Lazio will be able to get all 3 points in that one. In the German Bundesliga, Leipzig defeated Werder Bremen by 4-2. Augsburg were defeated by Stuttgart by 1-0. Mönchengladbach, yes, that was our pick. Mönchengladbach was defeated at home by Bayern Munich by 1-0. Dortmund were defeated by Leverkusen 3-2. Yes, Leverkusen right now cannot lose, and hopefully they're going to give Bayern a run for the money. At least we need to see a two-horse race, not just Bayern winning the league season after season. And a resurgent Leverkusen side is doing wonderfully well, and hopefully they'll take the fight to Bayern Munich. There were midweek games played. We saw Bayern defeating Hoffenheim by 5-0. Stuttgart defeating Leipzig 2-1. Aston Kiel defeated Borussia Dortmund 4-2. Leverkusen, yes, like we said, can't stop scoring goals, can't stop picking up all 3 points. They defeated Mainz by 1-0. Frankfurt defeated Freiburg 4-1. Wolfsburg defeated Mönchengladbach by 5-1. And this weekend we're going to see Eintracht Frankfurt take on Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich will be up against VfL Wolfsburg. Bochum will be up against RB Leipzig, and Leverkusen will be taking on Mönchengladbach. I want to believe that Frankfurt will get a result against Dortmund. Bayern should be able to defeat Wolfsburg. Leipzig away to Bochum, but I want to believe a win or draw is in the offing. Leverkusen should be able to get one past Mönchengladbach, and that is how we wrap it up in our football segment. Lastly, before we leave the studios, it's our top 5 from the Big 5. And our top 5 from the Big 5 for this week. From the English Premier League, we're taking on Nottingham Forest versus Southampton. And I'm saying it's 1 draw, no bets. Nottingham Forest will be at home to Southampton. I want to believe that they will either win or draw that game, but we're going with 1 draw, no bet. Leganés will be at home to Atletico Madrid in the La Liga. Atletico Madrid do not know how to drop points right now, and I still see them getting one over Leganés. So I'm going with 2 draw, no bet. Olympique de Marseille is up against Strasbourg. Strasbourg, yes. Also, no pushovers, but then I see Marseille getting a win or a draw in that one, and that's why I'm going with Marseille. 1 draw, no bets. Inter Milan will be up against Empoli. It's a draw, no bet fiesta for me, and that's why I'm taking Inter at home against Empoli. 1 draw, no bet. And finally, in the Bundesliga, Leverkusen will be up against Borussia Mönchengladbach. I want to believe that Bayer Leverkusen will be too strong for Mönchengladbach, so I'm still sticking on 1 draw, no bet. And on that note, I want to say thank you for sticking around. It's been Sports 360. Remember to like our page, comment, and share. It's been fantastic doing this with you, and hopefully we'll do it again next week.